Never in my whole life have I been happier, have I been more excited, rooting for a sports team that I did not play on, for a professional sports team that I am right now for the Phoenix Suns, because they're going to the NBA Finals after not making it to the playoffs for 10 years. Now, I'm a Cardinals fan, but they've never really made the playoffs at all. They've never been successful. I've never seen them have a winning season. And then the Packers, they've lost NFC Championship games, and they haven't really made it to the big game. And this is the happiest I've been because the Phoenix Suns are Western Conference Finals champions. I watched that celebration of them holding up the trophy, and well deserved, because Chris Paul deserves the NBA Finals more than anyone's. So, with that being said, Chris Paul was like, I'm flat out not even gonna lose tonight, as he scored 41 points, making 3 after 3, going 7 for 8 for 3, and making the mid-range shots and laying it up. It was absolutely crazy. 56.4% field goal percentage for the Phoenix Suns was absolutely great. 54.8 from 3, and they out-rebounded the Clippers by 15. They had 9 more assists, 4 more blocks, or 1 more block, even in steals, 1 more turnover, outscored the Clippers in the paint by 20, but they had 10 more personal fouls. Chris Paul with 41 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds, with Booker chipping in with 22, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds, and Ayton chipping in with 16 points, 1 assist, and 17 rebounds, with Crowder also getting hot with 19 points. So this was absolutely crazy. Chris Paul deserves this. The Suns deserve this. They're finally going to the finals. I've never witnessed one of my teams in any major sport have this much success. The Phoenix Suns haven't even won the finals yet, but this is the first time I've seen one of the teams I've rooted for in any sport, NFL, NBA, whatever. This is the first time I've seen my team make it to the big game, and I couldn't be more excited. Chris Paul has finally done it after so much playoff heartbreak. For the team he's played for 6 years, is going to the NBA Finals. Absolutely crazy. So in Chris Paul's whole entire playoff career, 2008 was the first time he made the playoffs, and he made it to the Western Conference semifinals, losing in 7 games to the San Antonio Spurs, blowing a 2-0 lead. And then in 2009, he lost in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs, losing 4-1 in 5 games against the Denver Nuggets. And then in 2011, he lost in the playoffs in 6 games to the Los Angeles Lakers. But in 2012, he went to the Los Angeles Clippers, and he made it to the Western Conference semis, where he got swept by the Spurs in 4 games, and it was absolutely terrible for CP3. And then in 2013, against the Memphis Grizzlies, he had another 2-0 lead, and then lost 4 straight pretty badly to the Memphis Grizzlies again, which was pretty bad. Where in game 1 he had a plus 21, 63% field goal percentage, and then in game 2 he had a 52% field goal percentage, but it dropped in game 3 to 36, then 53, then 48, and then 68, but he had a minus 13, a minus 10, minus 21, and minus 12, so that wasn't good at all. He had 23 points in game 1, 24 in game 2, but then he only had 8 in game 3, 19 in game 4. In game 5, he had 35 and still lost, and 28 in game 6. And then 2014, it's the Western Conference semifinals, and they lost in 6 games, where Chris Paul had 32 in game 1 win, 17 in a game 2 loss, 21 in a game 3 loss, 23 in a game 4 win, and then 17 in a Game 5 loss, and a 25 in a Game 6 loss. In 2015, he made it to the Western Conference semifinals once again, but he lost in 7 games against the LA Clippers team after having a 3-1 series lead. He lost 3 straight, and he was inactive for the first 2 games. And then in the 2016 playoffs, he lost in the first round against the Portland Trailblazers on the Clippers, which he had a 2-0 series lead and then proceeded to lose 4 straight when he was inactive in the last couple games. And then in 2017 playoffs, he lost in the first round in 7 games after having a 2-1 series lead. In 2018, he had a 2-0 series lead. In 2018, he made it to the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors and had a 3-1 lead, and then he got injured, did not play, and that's how he lost that game. So that was absolutely terrible. He had 23 in the Game 1 loss, then 16-13, then 27-20. After taking the 3-1 lead, and then got injured, the Golden State Warriors won that. In 2019, went to the Western Conference semis again and lost after the series was tied 2-2 and lost in 6 games. And then in 2020, on the Oklahoma City Thunder, he lost in 7 games against the Houston Rockets, carrying a really bad Oklahoma City team. And then in 2021, he finally makes the finals and does not blow a 3-1 lead after the Clippers took Game 5. He beats the Lakers in 6 after that shoulder injury. They sweep the Nuggets, and then he scores 41 points in this win against the Los Angeles Clippers. Chris Paul has cemented himself as one of the best point guards of all time already, and if he could win a championship, this win definitely helps him a lot. But if he could win a championship, he'd cement himself as arguably a top 5 point guard. But it's that elusive NBA Finals ring. This is the farthest he's made it in the playoffs. He finally has a young superstar. He has a young, talented team around him that needed a Chris Paul to lead them, and a good head coach, Monty Williams. He's in the perfect position. I'm so happy. That was the breakdown of his playoff career. So that was basically it. The Clippers season is over. The Suns are going to the NBA Finals. That's how it's done. Let's go.